Hey, what's up, everybody? It's another episode of the Dee Starks Show. What's going on with you, George?
Man, nothing much. I'm
George?
chilling, boy. I'm chilling. Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, boy. Hey, man. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
I
Hey,
sound
man. I got a listener letter today. Go,
okay.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just finna say I'm chilling, but I see Calvin got in. What's going on, Calvin?
What's up with you?
Hey, man. I got this listener letter today, man. And if I can't get all the way through it, I'm gonna send it to somebody else so they can read it, man. But I didn't send it out to the group because
I told you to just take your time.
I wanted everybody to goddamn hear this at one time. You know what I'm saying? So normally we don't start the show off like this with a listener letter, but this one right here, man, when they hit the email, I was like, I'm not gonna even send it to the group. I'm gonna read it on the show as soon as I get it. So hey, we're gonna start off tonight with a listener letter. We're not gonna spend a whole lot of time because tonight we're gonna get y'all a 1 hour show. And we out. So it starts off, should I stay or should I go? It said, what's up, Dee Starks Show? My name is Anita, and I have a question I would like to ask you all. Well, I have been with my boyfriend for 2 years, and we just decided to move in together because we plan on getting married next year. Now, he said we plan on getting married next year. She said now he said he's a good man, and the sex is great. It's the best I ever had, but I have one problem with him. He said I have been washing clothes and have seen shit stains in his underwear, like he half washing his ass. He got mad the other day and told me I am the shit. I can get any girl I want. And it took everything in me to not to say I know you the shit
You the
because
shit,
I seen
Right, you
because I
big
seen
shit.
because I seen it in your underwear. He said, how do I talk to him about this? I hate to hurt his feelings. I have.
Mm-mm.
He said I have tried to leave wipes in the bathroom, but he just won't open. Please help me with this.
Leave that man. Like what? Excuse me. I feel like that's a basic necessity is to be with somebody and know how to wipe their ass. Like what?
it's
Leave
giving
that
you too
man.
grown for that. You too grown for
Yeah.
that. And then you want to get smart when I'm trying to help you out. And you gonna tell me you the shit. You the shit, all right. Shitty booty
Leave that.
ass.
Yeah, definitely shitty booty. That's
Hey,
gross.
I had to jump off and jump back on like 32 times. I don't know why. I ain't gonna lie. I think these iPhones ain't it for me. I might switch back to Android.
You
But
find any excuse to go back to that Android.
listen, boy, these iPhones they cheap. Boy, they cheaply made. But I ain't gonna get into it. What was the listening letter about, man? I'm sorry, y'all.
Her boyfriend of 2 years has shit stains in his drawers. She
Oh,
trying to
She
that
figure
tried
out
to
how
tell
to
him
address
about it.
it.
that boy like boys. That's probably what that is right there.
He
Oh
got
my
loose booty because he
goodness.
like boys.
I mean, why else would you?
Because he don't know how to wipe his ass.
Oh nah, but oh nah,
Hey,
boy.
hey, Kevin, what's your opinion, dog?
I don't got no opinion.
He
That
needs to learn how to wipe his ass, and that ain't your job. That was a job for his mammy, and she failed.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think he doing the bending. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna say your name on air, but just in case he listens to the show with you, man. But boy, look here. Hey, you heard it from everybody. They say, hey, look, don't
If
even go
you
to
getting bent
Is
over, you
he a
better stop.
bigger guy? Did she say that he was like a big guy or something? Maybe he
Does
My
having
it
thing
trouble
is,
matter?
you
reaching.
know how to wipe your ass. Like, even if
Maybe
you
he
got
having
the
trouble
straight up.
reaching back there. I'm just
But
trying to
Lose
even
the
if
like.
you
weight.
have trouble, you need to
Lose
do
the
whatever you
weight.
need to do.
Here you go with
Pull
the
your cheeks
BMI.
apart, anything, honestly.
I was
Or
gonna
get
Ain't
in the
give him
no.
some
shower.
instructions. You know, big people they got to get up off the toilet and bend over,
And
and
that's
then
fine.
wipe.
Do what you got to do. It's
I
So
hygiene.
mean,
that's why I asked it to specify because maybe he could start doing that. Like maybe you need to like grab the wipe, bend over, spread them,
But
wipe
she
front
said
to
she
hey,
never
back.
boy,
cracked in
hey,
the bathroom.
pause,
He
man,
never cracked
pause.
them open. She said she had the wipes in the bathroom. He never cracked them open. So
Yeah,
what
cause
else?
he ain't text the him with his goofy ass. That just pissed me off.
That really,
Bruh.
yeah, leave his ass. The basic necessity of dating is that you date somebody who know how to wipe their ass.
Damn.
Like, is that
Because
even a question?
So
how
that's a
y'all
deal
having
breaker.
sex? It
And he
stank when
got
y'all have
shitty
sex.
booty.
Hey,
He
they
got,
just
how
they
are
just
you?
moved in. So she
You
really
know
didn't know
she
because they
ain't.
just moved in together.
You know she ain't sucking no peen because your face is way too close to his asshole at that point.
I'm
Oh my
done.
God. I'm
Think
getting
about
ready
it.
to throw up.
I would.
Hey,
Ugh.
but all I'm saying is it sounds pretty suspicious. To me, it sounds pretty suspicious. Number one, because everybody know what sweat feel like between your booty cheeks, and that make me uncomfortable sometimes.
You
So
have to.
you mean to tell me did you leave and poop between them jokers, and it don't feel a little uncomfortable?
And it don't start itching. It's
There
like,
ain't no way, but I don't think he doing the bending. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
ew. Well, ma'am, I hope you leave that man and find you somebody who know how to wipe their ass.
For real, man. All right, man. We're gonna move on from that one. Hey, girl, we can't help you on that. Hey, man. What's going on in entertainment?
In entertainment, we got one of these celebrity babies on the loose. We got King Harris in the news again.
Oh man.
He went on live at a Falcons game. The Falcons were doing a 50 years of hip hop halftime show. So his dad was performing. So he was at the game with his parents, and they made a joke about how he was always at his grandma's house, and y'all know that King keep trying to be a thug. Why? We have no idea. But they made a joke about how he was sucking on a pacifier till he was 12, and he started yelling at his dad about how he stand on business, and his mama told him to chill out because it was getting way too serious, and he got in his mama's face, pushed her, and T.I. choked his ass up. And he
Yeah,
Hey,
said,
that's
"You
funny,
can't do nothing with me, boy," and choked his ass up smooth like a dad should. So,
bro.
he didn't have me. Hey.
I seen a post on the internet that said, "Hey, what shoes do y'all wear when y'all standing on business?"
man, black Air Force Ones for sure. Black Air Force Ones standing on business. So that's really what's trending right now. Is everybody keep talking about standing on business because of King.
Hey,
So how y'all feel about
I
that? Y'all think T.I. should have choked him up?
I
I think
mean,
I
I
mean,
don't know what happened to Nakiva, bro. She in the chat. I thought she was in the thing, but I mean, bro, honestly, with the whole generation of kids being disrespectful, like I was telling Jada the other day, I said, bro, my grandmother said some real embarrassing things about me, but I don't even be pressed because it's like I could go there. I could go there with most people because most people got some embarrassing stuff on them, but it's like your parents, bro, like they just out for it off bat. You know what I'm saying? Your parents gonna embarrass you. It's just what they do.
yeah,
You know,
I feel
but
like it's just no respect, honestly. Like, well, not respect from the parents. It's just you gotta take a joke, to be honest. And I know most people don't want to be the butt of jokes, but for you to get it that upset and raise up at your mama and push her, and then like I feel like Ti did the right thing. Like you don't allow your son to disrespect his mama in front of you, or
yeah.
just period. So I feel like he
Yeah.
represented him as he should have. The
And then the crazy thing about it though, Kenya, I ain't trying to jump in that bit, but if he was sucking on a pacifier till he was 12, if it was indeed true, and I'm not saying it is or it ain't, I mean, ain't that a reflection on the parenting?
So what
If
they was saying was is that so you remember King was in the media for saying that Ti and Tiny didn't raise him; he was raised by his grandma. But what it seems to be is that you've ever seen a kid that like all they want to do is go to their grandparents' house all the time. Like Aiden is the same way. Aiden just
yeah,
wants to
because grandparents gonna spoil you. They gonna
right.
let you
It's
do what you
no
want.
rules. You get to basically do anything you want. So that's what King was basically saying. Like he was at his grandma's house his whole life, and he was always over there. He spent majority of his time over there. But in reality, it was that they was letting him go with his grandma because that's where he wanted to go. He kept asking, kept begging, would cry, scream, holler. So what
they
Tiny was
also
saying
said
was
he used to hold his breath until he turned red.
until he went. Yeah, so they let him go. And not like to go live, but like literally like getting up in the morning and I want to go to my grandma's house today and sending him over there for the day or whatever. Or sending him over there for the summer. I mean, that's nothing wrong with that. That happens. That's what kids want to do. But what I will say is that most grandparents don't follow the rules of the parents. So I mean,
You're right.
to say 12, he was sucking on a pacifier at 12. I hope that's an exaggeration. But to be sucking on a pacifier longer than he should have, I could see a grandparent doing that because we be trying to take that pacifier soon as hell, and they be feeling like no, they need the comfort, let them have it. So I mean, it don't sound far fetched. It just sounded like an exaggerated age though.
And then not on no racist shit. You know, China mama white. You know, white kids do that all the time.
Man,
Boy,
she
you
gets a
hell,
white
bro.
woman from goddamn Atlanta. She's black.
Yeah, she not
She
giving white lady.
she ain't giving
But
white lady at all.
I think
Hey,
that it ain't. I think that I'm sorry, I jumped in the conversation kind of at the end, but I'm just gonna give my little 2 cents on the situation. I think Ti was indeed correct. I mean, first of all, King has been going down like a sketchy path over the last couple of years anyway. You know, having altercations with people, and it's like, okay, yeah, you in the limelight, but I'm still your dad, regardless of who you grew up with, what you did. You know what I'm saying? You've been well taken care of your whole life. Who you talking to like that? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta let a kid know, like, you can't do nothing with me. Like,
Yeah, like you gotta
ain't
press your
no
authority.
mystery in my history.
Oh, folks. Sorry, I didn't mean to get
Per
all
Ti.
good. But
that
yeah,
been saying no mystery in my history,
he
baby.
That's what
did.
he
You know, see, I
said.
got the wordplay. He said, "Ain't no mystery in my history," and I'm saying, you messing with your daddy that was really out there thugging and bugging in Atlanta, getting gun charges and other types of shit. Like, stop playing with your daddy. He is
And be
not one of
lucky
them.
it's your daddy doing it and not these people on the street that you know. What he did, you know what? I guess when we, if we, I guess we're already in social media, but I did just see on the Shade Room that he did release a statement saying, like, I don't think I'm a tough guy. I'm not a thug. I'm not a gangster, but I was, like, at my grandma's house and kind of being around older people. My dad did instill in me not to stand on business and not to let nobody like play with me. I was always the smallest one in my class. He was like, so I do stand on business. But I was just like, I think it might have also been not a publicity stunt, but he just came out with a new song with like lyrics that are similar to what's been going on, and they performed it together, and it's on the Shade Room. So I ain't saying it was staged, but I'm saying it kind of fell together at the right moment if it wasn't.
I really think he was just embarrassed, like anybody else would be, like at a family gathering. Like he felt like, why did y'all just say that in front of all of these people? That wasn't funny, and it just went too far. But it's like, yeah, your daddy told you to stand on business, but not up against your parents like that. Like they didn't do nothing to put you in harm's way. It was a joke. So why are you raising up at your parents?
I think that little boy just he just, how you go through your phase where you kind of think, you smelling yourself.
Mm,
I think he just going through that little stage where he smelling himself. He think this is what it is. And T.I. politely put him back in his place and let him know you can't do nothing with me. I love that line. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to start quoting it. Like, you can't do nothing with me. Like, I don't know what you thought this was, what you thought you was gonna do. You can't do nothing with me. Just put them in a quick headlock. And boys need that sometimes. Like, calm yourself down. Remember who you talked to. Remember who taught you. You know what I'm saying? I think it was good parenting if you ask me. But hey,
I'd have to agree. It was great parenting. So good job, Ti and Tiny, for snatching y'all kid up. Let this
Hey,
be a
one
lesson.
of the things that I got, I mean, and I'm not saying that they in the wrong or nothing, but I think that there's always a time and a place for everything.
Hmm.
they was
Um,
at the crib, wasn't they?
No, they was
no,
at the
they was not
Falcons
at the
game.
crib.
The Sky
Oh, they was
Bowl.
at the Falcons game.
Yeah, Ti
Yeah,
was
there's a
performing for
time,
the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Where you show at, that where you get it, dog.
My
but
thing
nah.
is,
See,
I feel
Exactly.
like if
this
he was
the
just
thing.
yelling, they would have just ignored him and told him to calm down. But he literally raised up at his mama and walked up on her.
I think, bro.
So
This the thing, bro. In a public space, I'm not for the whole cooning around because that's how people already see black people as being violent, aggressive, not having no couth or decorum and shit like that. So me personally, I think that it could have been handled um
What would you have done?
in a different space. I don't know what I would have done at the moment, but I don't think that I would have resulted to getting violent, especially in such a public space with me
It's
being
not
such a
like I
public
don't think
figure.
it's like it's not like he beat him up though. He just
First of
kind of
all,
grabbed
if
him
you
up.
get slapped or
smashed
you
him.
get choked, is it still violence?
I feel like he
It's
grabbed him up to let him know, like, hey,
a
chill out. And
a
I
whooping
want
is
to
violent.
address
I
the
mean,
whole like having decorum thing because for one, I hate when we talk about having decorum as if white people don't be brawling at football games and baseball games over dumb shit.
I'm not saying that they don't be. I'm saying that the image painted us um of us a lot of the time is that image. You know what I'm
Paint
saying?
image ourselves. We keep talking about it.
But
We also
that's
just
what
We
I'm
image
always
that
saying.
we
talk about
don't
ourselves.
discipline our kids and we let them do whatever. I think he did what was definitely necessary at the time. Falcons game or not, you a parent when you a parent. Now it ain't like he beat them down, stumped them out, choked them out. He put them in a quick look, get up off of me, cause this ain't that. Now, what if he would have let him keep going and that would have caused a bigger like debacle? You know what I'm saying? Let me put you in this quick, little lay down, go to sleep, and we're gonna keep on going. You know what I'm saying? It's levels and it's aligned to everything. I agree with D. Where you act up, where you show out at is where you gonna get it at. And what about on the flip side? If he didn't step in, he would have been called or could have been labeled as a bad parent for letting him disrespect his mom, disrespect the game that was going on. Y'all in a place. Somebody has to step in and correct him.
Like I said, in my opinion, I think that stuff that goes on within the family, even if it's in a public space, should be handled in private. And one of the things that we talked about on the last show, and I'm gonna reference this, with the whole Keke Palmer situation, that man, her baby daddy got disrespected in public, so he addressed it in public. You know what I'm saying? But then we said, oh, nah, they should have handled that privately. So my thinking,
That's different.
my that's not different. That's the same thing.
No,
What
it's definitely different because you discipline your kid. You can't discipline me as your woman.
First of all, I ain't even finna get into it because I'm gonna trigger y'all
Yeah,
anyway.
let's change the topic.
You feel me? Because y'all don't want to hear that anyway.
We got one more thing in social media, and then we're gonna jump into our topic because we're supposed to keep it at an hour.
Hey, but let me say this about the whole social media situation. I'm talking about the whole Nardo Wick situation, bro.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if y'all saw the video. I seen the video, and I'm really just shocked that and like any type of violence towards like a fan of yours. And I'm not for idolizing celebrities. I don't think that people should do it. I think that people should pick better role models. Like if your role model is a singer or an actor or whoever, you should probably pick a better role model, or a more productive role model at that. Secondly, they hit that man so hard the first time it didn't look like he was gonna be able to stand on his own. Then they hit him again, and his head hit the ground pretty hard. I said, "Boy, ain't no way."
Yeah, he ended
because
up
he wanted a picture. That's what I'm saying. But like, what are you doing?
But he didn't do. I don't. From the video again, he didn't even do anything wrong. This is what happens when y'all remember the baby had his bodyguard, and his bodyguard was just knocking motherfuckers out for even just walking around. And it's like if when you don't have properly trained bodyguards or security to de-escalate situations or to just move people around, they immediately resort to violence, and that's not okay. At the end of the day, you're in the public eye, you're somebody that's idolized or artist or whatever the case may be. If you're not walking out of a private entrance or anything like that, your security should just be on guard to be able to maneuver people around from not being able to touch you. This dude did not run up on dude. He didn't like scream and holler like, oh my God. He didn't freak out. He wasn't fanboying out or nothing. He literally was walking and said one thing, and dude hit him, and then somebody else came and knocked his ass out. That was completely inappropriate. That was completely inappropriate. It didn't warrant that. He wasn't no threat. It's not like he had a gun on him or he was trying to kill Nardo. And even Nardo said that he totally did not agree with the situation.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but that wasn't necessary at all by any means. And then the last thing I have for the whole social media situation, well, hopefully, let me say this at first. I hope that man recovers soon and he don't have like no major, traumatizing injuries. Pray for that man.
He has a brain bleed. I think that's pretty serious.
No, I'm not saying that it ain't critical, but I just hope he recover quick.
Y'all see Diddy got released from all of his companies at this point.
Oh, I only seen Revolt. He got released from all the companies.
He got released as they released his partnership with Capital Preparatory School. So basically, what's happening is, if y'all didn't see the actual lawsuit, Cassie didn't just sue Diddy. She sued him and all of his
every businesses, yeah,
and his connection. Well, not connections, but partnerships, etc. So, what ends up happening is when a lawsuit like that is filed, it goes to those companies, and then their insurance companies either decide to settle or to take it to trial. So basically, what I think is happening is that anything that's connected to him is deciding to settle on their end, and then let him go because it's becoming a conflict of interest.
Liability, yeah.
Yeah, like he's costing them a lot of money at this point. So
I say kudos to Cassie for playing it smart. everybody does, and I can't say, you're innocent until proven guilty, but I definitely think that these alleged encounters have some truth to them. If you it was like a 35-page lawsuit. And I followed this girl who does like breakdowns of lawsuits and things like that, and she goes through them and she explains and she reads through them actually in the video. And as I was listening to her reading, and I think we might have touched on this before, but Cassie is literally quoting times, dates, hotels, like vivid memories, which if you are a victim, it's hard to forget those type of details.
Hmm.
So like I said, she's giving time, dates, the type of car they were in, the people who were around. She's naming names. And when you are able to do stuff, when the lawsuit has a trigger warning on it,
Because
you
it's very
already know
detailed. I
it's
also
very
feel like
detailed.
this though, and
People get
forgive
triggered easy though.
yeah, and it's like forgive me if this is triggering
He
to
trying
any
to be
person that we
funny.
listen to, because I totally empathize and sympathize with those that have been through sexual abuse or any abuse of any type. So trigger warning. My brain cannot correlate monetary value to the triggering event that happened. I feel like the only thing that will make me feel better, and again, I can't put myself in nobody's shoes, the only thing that would make me feel better is seeing that person suffer behind it. And monetary is not suffering, like to a certain extent y'all suing high profile people that money not even coming from them directly anyway, it's coming from businesses that they own or whatever. So it's not coming
Well,
from them to make them broke, and they not serving no type of jail time. It's just a lawsuit. There's no argument filed or
so with that being said, Cassie, what I mean by Cassie was really smart is that her main part of her lawsuit was human trafficking. So that opens it up for federal investigation. They can now go after Diddy if they want to on their own. So now she's opened it up using sexual and using sex trafficking as her leading charge or her leading allegation. That now opens it up for federal investigation. So she cannot, I guess charge him because of statutes of limitations. I'm going to jail, but investigation federally can now be done.
so
So
what
that's why
they've
a lot more.
done.
Go ahead, sorry.
If y'all seen, like, so this brings me to my next point too, because Cassie filed that lawsuit because a lot of those abuses or a lot of those situations happened in New York. So I don't know if y'all noticed, but like the Adult
The
Abuse
survivor.
Survivor Act went into place last year. So in New
Hmm.
York, over like 3,000 cases, lawsuits have been filed for sexual abuse since the law went in place. So it's like y'all are filing lawsuits to get money from people that sexually abused you. So that's where I'm coming from with that aspect. So if it opens up a federal investigation, then fantastic. Like I hope that he is brought to justice just like R. Kelly was. But it's more so for me to understand, what is the monetary value going to do about the fact that you were violated? Because it doesn't make
Well,
them
it might
broke,
not
it
be
just
able
makes
to.
them get off.
Well, it's not able to do nothing, but because time has passed, a certain amount of time has passed, there is, like, I guess nothing she can do as far as like charge him. And we got to think about at that time, which was a very long time ago. From what I've read, allegedly, Cassie was under a number of non-disclosure agreements, which I find that was definitely be one of the key factors, that she was under a lot of non-disclosure agreements. And when you're with somebody that's in such power like that, has so much money, she even detailed in her lawsuit that she tried to run away on several attempts, and he had people come and find her, threaten her family, bring her back to him with money, power, and things like that. It was even parts in the case where she revealed that when she would go to the doctor for female reasons or for reasons such as bruises and stuff like that, he had it to where her medical records were sent straight to him. And this is because she had signed so much paperwork thinking that, her life was about to change and she was going to be this big old star, and that, being manipulated maybe in the beginning, that you didn't sign your life away, not knowing. So you could speak out on some things, but that's what I feel about NDAs. Like certain, I think it should be certain disclosures with like in NDAs, because like I can't say that you beat my ass, like, or did some foul stuff to me because I signed this NDA. But I think that is a part of it, and I think it's just like timing might be a right thing. Money doesn't change it, but hitting somebody in their pockets and in their ego, which is their image, I think it would take a greater toll on him then it would maybe give her peace. So that might be just her way of getting back, getting revenge. Because like you said, money can be thrown, but I know one thing that probably is hurting him is his image and his ego and all of that being damaged. So this does
But
open
we
up
saw
federal
with R.
investigation.
Kelly, that for one, if we looking about like positive publicity, then yeah, maybe. But publicity is publicity, no matter what it looked like. And in the show business or in Hollywood or whatever, people learn that. So it's like as long as you being talked about, that's all that matters. That's what's gonna generate you money regardless. So we saw that with the R. Kelly situation. Like R. Kelly went to jail for like sexually abusing or taking advantage of all these young ladies, right? We
Mhm.
still listen to R. Kelly to this day. Like, have no issue with it
Yeah.
whatsoever because I'm just like, hey, look, I separate the artist from the music. I don't really give a fuck what they doing in their personal
I
life.
don't think nobody's canceling Diddy because
My thing is, what
I
was
think
there to cancel? Who actually even gave a fuck about Diddy before now? We only
I
gave a
mean,
fuck because he was with
I
Carisha.
think this was something that everybody knows. I'm kind of like a documentary, especially like with hip hop fanatic, and it's a woman named Jaguar, right, who was blackballed from the industry, and she has been saying this online since like YouTube first came out and exposing these people, and she has now been like blackballed from the industry, but she was around a lot of these people at a certain time. And she brought up a really good point. I'm not trying to get too deep in this topic, but she brought up a really good point and something I thought about. Uptown Records started with 5 people, and that was Diddy, Andre Harrell, Al B. Sure, Kim Porter, and Heavy D.
Mm-hmm.
Andre Harrell is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy D is dead. Kim Porter is dead, and I'll be sure damn near died from all 5 from some type of heart attack or cause that's under the table. Now, who
That
is
is
left to
kind of
gain?
suspicious.
Who is
I ain't
left to
gonna lie.
gain from that?
That
It's
is
So,
kind of
suspicious,
suspicious.
um,
but I don't think Diddy had anything to gain from Kim Porter dying because
well,
like
she's allegedly was also abused and was coming out with a tell-all book. So this is what my next point is. All of these people besides Diddy that died from some type of heart attack thing was coming out with a tell-all book, which was Heavy D,
but Kim Porter didn't
Al B.
die from a heart attack.
What she died from? What they say she died from? It might not have
COVID.
been a heart toxins or something. No, that it was. I don't know. I do a
Hey,
lot
hey,
of
well, what
research,
we gonna
so
do? We gonna circle back to this topic and
yeah.
figure
Because
out,
I can talk about this all day.
cause I see you on your conspiracy
And we're gonna
No,
do
roll
another
right
I
now.
just be.
conspiracy theory
You
episode.
can literally Google it. That it was 2. What is it called?
I'm not
Reports when
saying
you
you
die.
wrong, but I just want to make sure we got all the facts to present it to the listeners.
All of this is alleged, so I'm just saying. But
Um,
yeah, the first topic.
Go ahead, y'all. Ouch.
so, um, one other thing I wanted to tell you know, I'll bring that back at the end. Let's get to these topics.
Uh-oh.
No, it's about something that one of my coworkers sent to me today. It was about a video. Um, it was about a video that he sent me. It's pretty funny though. So the topic that we got um in the chat, this says who is eligible to come to Thanksgiving dating during the holidays. So I'm gonna let y'all take it because I mean, me
I
personally,
feel like we talked enough. Can you go ahead and give us some D
yeah,
Calvin?
y'all did talk a lot, but
Yeah, y'all did that. Y'all did
um
that.
for Thanksgiving, bruh, to me, I'm not really big on the holidays and like group gatherings type of deal. So you gotta be like my old lady that come with me on like a holiday tip because I don't even like my family gatherings sometimes and all of that. So I really
You
gotta
could
like
be
you to take you somewhere that I don't even like to be sometimes. You feel me? Like, come on now.
Yeah,
because family could be
Um,
embarrassing.
I kind of feel you on that though, Joy. I'm saying like, especially my family, man. My family can be,
Boy,
you
you
know
ain't
what I'm saying?
gotta say it. I already know.
But my thing is, if I'm not feeling you like that, I'm not gonna really bring you around them because now when I'm feeling somebody like that and I'm bringing around them, my family like to play games like, so where's so and so at? You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I ain't even got time for that.
That's petty.
Hey, what about you, Calvin?
Um, oh,
It's Calvin.
What?
Hey,
this boy sleep.
No, I'm not. I'm just listening.
you are
so
sweet.
I am not asleep. Trust me.
We was
what
talking
the
about
question?
family gatherings and who you was gonna bring to family gatherings type of deal.
Well, I don't. I bring people. I don't know if I don't know.
For like
Um,
Thanksgiving, for example. So like, you know, for Thanksgiving dinner, how do you determine if you gonna bring a shorty with you to the Thanksgiving dinner?
um, if you would have asked me that like 7, 8 years ago, you got to pass multiple steps.
Oh my
So,
god.
yeah.
He said, "Oh my god."
So start with my best friend. My best friend. If you can't pass my best friend, I'm cool.
Hmm?
And then it started with my little sister. Like if my best friend don't like you, I'm not bringing you around my family.
Your best friend who? A girl best friend?
Yep.
Oh hell no.
Man, get the
Fuck
fuck.
your best friend. Respectfully, what? Your best friend gotta sit here and judge me?
I know,
Yep.
but I'm saying like I see where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like if I got to get respect from the people that I really that's close to me before I bring you around my family because they already know my family.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I wouldn't say that it's a test for them to pass because, especially when it comes to like girl best friends and like guy best friends, y'all can't act like sometimes girl best friends don't have boundaries and they feel like nobody is good enough for you. So it's like they like, oh yeah, she's okay, but I just feel like no, she's not the right one. And but you need to start forming your own opinions. Everybody's not gonna have the same want for you or things that you should need in your life.
That's
So
why I said 7 years ago. It changed.
so what is it
But
now? We asking
uh,
about present time.
I don't care
I,
if you
I,
don't
I,
come
I,
around my. I don't know. That's a question I really can't answer at the moment.
So would it be cool? Like, let's say you met a shorty November 1st. Would you bring her to the Thanksgiving dinner on the 23rd or whatever day Thanksgiving is?
Hell
Um,
nah, and no, not these time of days
Yeah,
because you
you
don't
got
know who that bitch got, who got that bitch location. You feel me?
what?
Like
I got you.
bitches be
You're
setting
right.
niggas up. So
You're
no.
right.
yeah. I feel your
we
nigga. You
talking
don't know
about
who it is.
Thanksgiving. Who's trying to
Who's
find you
pulling
on
up at
So
Thanksgiving
you
to
Thanksgiving?
do
so y'all
something?
No,
not listening. That's the key. Listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying. He just said if I met a chick November 1st, would I trust her enough to come to Thanksgiving? I said no because certain dudes could probably have her location and they could pull up and do something to my
They can
family.
do that on any
but
day.
They
no,
could
you
do
don't
that when
know.
she
November.
kicking
But
it with
no,
you
but
at your
you don't.
crib.
No, hey, you don't even know. You don't even know if Shorty's still in a relationship. I met you November 1st, so there's 22 more days.
My
I'm
thing
back.
is, who the hell do y'all be dating that's after somebody?
No,
That ain't about it. You never
it's
know.
not even about that. It's always thinking on your toes.
I get that, but
Well,
like, who? What kind of gangster thug ass bitches is y'all dating?
I'm
The
from
sexy
Cincinnati.
reds.
I'm from
I'm just
Cincinnati.
saying. We talking about. I mean, that could have happened if she was kicking it at your crib and somebody got her location. They could have pulled up. So I don't think that makes a difference on Thanksgiving. If
So
ain't nobody pulled up
what
all
I'm
this
saying.
time, why would they magically just pull up on Thanksgiving?
Because I'm not even giving you my location. We're not meeting nowhere near my house. We're not meeting nowhere. I don't know you.
what?
I know you less than a month, and you think I'm gonna let you come to where my mama stay for Thanksgiving? No.
So how
What
long?
kind of
Like,
bitches do y'all be dating? That's what I want. What kind of bitches do y'all be dating? That
I
y'all
No, I'm
mean,
not
saying
bro.
like.
First of all,
because
Y'all don't be
because the
dating nice,
dude.
wholesome women. Like
but
y'all
hold
be
on, hold
dating
on,
these
hold
thug
up.
ass.
But
Like
think
what the
about
hell?
it though.
Think about it, yeah.
We talked about it on the last show that you really don't know a person's true colors until probably like 6 months into getting to know them. So I get what
Thank you,
Calvin's
Jordan.
saying. Like 30 days ain't enough time. But
It's enough time if you actually are intentional and you utilize your enough time, your 30 days to actually get to know that person. The problem is that when y'all start dating people, y'all see them once a week or once every 3 weeks or some shit like
how
that, and
often
y'all
you
be
supposed to
But
see
but
texting.
them?
but
But my
you
thing
still
is,
ain't
y'all
met
don't
that
even really
person.
be trying to get to know that person. It be super like puppy, like, hey, what's your favorite color? Well, what do you like to eat? Like,
You
really
don't.
get into like knowing somebody. You could get to know a lot about a person in 30 days.
Shit, nah, hey,
I
nah,
Shit.
mean, but
nah.
my,
But
my
I
whole
mean, we
thing is
see, and
whether
that's
you
why some
know them
women
or
be coming
not,
up missing.
whether you know them or not, it's just like okay, I know this person. I met this person 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. But to me, I just feel like any event like a family function,
Shit,
um,
something serious.
if you're not certainly sure about them, maybe it wouldn't be productive for you to bring them around your family, especially because the next time you see your family, they're gonna be asking you about like, oh, what's such and such, 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 and
But
like D
they
right,
said
shouldn't. You
earlier.
should be honest with your family. Like, hey, I'm dating this girl. I want to bring her to Thanksgiving. I want y'all to get a feel for like who she is and let me know what y'all think about her. I don't, especially if it's not. Like some people family events are super intimate. Some people family events is a whole bunch of people, like the whole gang is there, about 50 people, 6 people. But if it's an intimate Thanksgiving dinner where y'all all sitting at the table, it's only about 4 or 5 people. I totally get it. That's real intimate. But if it's a family Thanksgiving that's a bunch of people and she's just kind of around, just floating around, it honestly gives you a better idea of who she is because other people is having conversations with her. You can ask your family how they felt about her, etc. So I feel like it just depends on what setting you bringing somebody into as well.
But yeah, you bringing somebody around. You bring somebody around your family that you don't know. You don't even know this person. You know what
Listen,
I'm saying?
I made them. I'll give y'all 2 examples. My ex, I did the same thing where I felt like I didn't want to bring him around my family until I felt okay enough to do so. But that's when I was at that point, I was already like in strong like with him and all of these different things. And then when I introduced him to my family, none of them liked him. So it was really a waste of time, to be honest. I could have did that up front and y'all could have saw the shit that I wasn't seeing.
But I'm introducing you to somebody that, hey, look, I'm not even sure that I'm gonna be with. You know what I'm saying?
I
You're
So
never
understand that,
sure.
but
I
you
mean, you're
never
not
gonna be
sure until you're
sure.
sure. But I will say I can't say for me that I'm into like bringing people around my family early or quick just because of the type of family that I have. Like I gotta know you locked in to see and know some of the stuff that be like transpiring because it could be a lot sometimes, and then it could be a lot. Like on me, I do agree with the fact that like some people and some people families, when you bring somebody and say okay it didn't work out, then it's like now it's like the gossip of the family, like well she must not be with him no more, you know, blah blah. And I mean family shouldn't be like that, but it be like that sometimes. But I also do not have a problem with just introducing people to, and like if you're so happen to be in the car with me on Thanksgiving, I gotta go by my grandma's house, like I'm not finna drop you off because I gotta go by there, or I'm not
Or let you
finna
sit in the
not
car.
yeah, or make you sit in the car. I mean, like, because at the end of the day, until you my man, you're somebody I'm dating, or you're just my friend, you know, until then. So there's
Yeah, I'm
nothing
gonna
wrong
call
with
you by name.
introducing.
Hi, this is so and so. And we
Right,
said the same thing when we had the discussion the other day when we was talking about introducing kids. Until you put a
right.
title on it, people don't know who that is. So if I say,
So
"Hey
I'm
guys," I
not
could this could have been my
opposed.
guy friend. Hey, this is my guy friend so and so. They be like, "Oh hey, what's up?" Blah blah blah. When you start being like, "Hey, this is somebody that I'm dating," then that's when they start like, "Oh, well, let me super figure out who he is and what he about and blah blah blah." We stop putting a label
Yeah,
on
so
stuff that
I
it ain't
wouldn't
no
say I do
label.
it, but I wouldn't say that I'm opposed to. I wouldn't say that I do it because
What?
I think
What?
I haven't brought a lot of.
You
hey, you
Hey,
said
got
you
hey,
wouldn't do it,
y'all
but
just
you
got we
said
got to meet a new guy every
I'm
holiday.
not opposed to it, but I just haven't did it. Like I don't. It ain't that I wouldn't do it. I just have not done it.
okay.
I
I
have,
see. I get what you're saying.
I have.
So you
So
you meet a new guy on Thanksgiving, then the family got to meet another guy on
Mm-mm.
Christmas. Then we
hey,
meet
So
you know
so
somebody
what
else
what?
on
You
New
happened
know
Year's.
is
what?
what
Listening to this conversation, and I'm sorry, Kiara, but listening to this conversation, knowing what we was talking about in our group chat the other day is hilarious. And I'm gonna explain it
what
when
was
we
we talking
offline.
about in the group chat?
It don't even matter right
Oh
now.
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
explain
I
it
remember
offline.
that.
No, explain it on
Uh,
the episode.
well, we was talking about like, what I'm saying, how dudes
What
could
the
clap.
sneaky links?
Yeah, well, a dude could clap, you know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, then that same day type of deal. So I mean, it's not really hard to believe that having somebody around your family in 30 days. Anyway, it's not important, but
Then they want to tell you how good you can do
you feel me?
it. Come on.
What? Anyway,
That's
y'all
why I said
putting
I
too
was
much
gonna explain it
emphasis on who
offline.
people are. That's the thing. This person is a person. This ain't shit. This is
That person
my
could
guy
be
This
a
friend.
person is a
that
person.
I'm
person could be a
saying
serial killer.
it ain't no
Serial
serial
killers
killer.
are
It's
people
I
too.
know who this is, but y'all ain't gotta put a. I'm not gonna put no label on it if it's not no label, so they wouldn't know if it's a fucking label or not. Cause I ain't say it was. And if y'all want to create y'all own goddamn narrative, that's what y'all gonna do regardless. But that ain't what I said this was. So if say I had plans with somebody and we stopped by my parents' house beforehand, or like I had to pick something up. Hey, this is so and so by name. They'd be like, "Hi, so and so." I didn't say, "Hey, this is my boyfriend" or "This is somebody I'm dating." Like,
All right, so let me ask this. Let me pose this question. Let's say you meet somebody new, and man or woman don't really matter. You meet somebody new. It's October 31st. You know what I'm saying? You meet them at Halloween. You want to bring them to Thanksgiving. You really feeling them, blah blah. And you bring them to Thanksgiving, and now something happened. Somebody accused them of doing something, blah 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 blah. You really don't know that person.
accuse them of doing what?
I
Like
mean,
what?
stealing, accuse them of being inappropriate with somebody, just
Again, these
anything.
are things that y'all need to be doing before you bring
But
them
what I'm saying
around.
is, you don't know that person.
But
You
again, you can if you do the work to know that person. The problem is it don't take you 6,
but
7 months or a year
hold
to
on,
know
CIA,
somebody.
hold on,
It
Inspector
don't it
Gadget.
don't take you that long.
All I'm saying to you is, in 30 days, especially with how much people normally work and people who got kids and people who got other stuff going on, in
Oh,
30 days, to me, I'm not gonna know off bat if somebody is a thief
Let me
you
tell you
or
feel
something.
me?
if somebody
That's
is
because you don't
a
care enough
child
to actually
molester or if somebody is
listen.
inappropriate or if somebody, you know what I'm saying, you don't know those things.
Because y'all don't put in enough effort to figure those
I mean,
things
okay, so
out.
y'all running background checks on niggas day
Hell
one?
yeah, my case, everything. I'm checking everything.
I'm definitely into my case
Definitely in
hard.
my case, the first time I even meet you, like
I
we'll
need to
figure
know
it
if you
out.
got domestic
You got
violence
domestic violence,
history,
you got
what you
felonies, what
went
you
to
got?
What if it
jail
ain't in there
for.
though? What if
But
it
that's
ain't
the
in
thing
there
is
though?
what I'm saying.
Everything's in my
This
case if you're from Indiana.
this is what I'm saying.
What if they from Kansas?
You could there's a system in Kansas. There's a system for every state that you could look at. It's a free database because it's public information.
All I'm
But
saying
what
is
I would say
everything
is
ain't gonna be
that
on the internet.
it don't take if people would stop taking the first 30 days as playtime, like this is my time to flirt and be cute and like, oh my gosh, I just think you're so cute and blah blah blah. Start actually asking people real questions that actually matter. Like,
Well, the
hey,
problem, BK, y'all, is that people don't be dating with intention. So if this just
Nah,
a shorty
we
you
exactly.
trying to
trying to
we trying to
clap,
clap as
then
much as
yeah,
possible. Clap,
right. So then yeah, you might not be bringing her around your fam because you just trying to
Exactly.
get
That's
clap
down
as
on
much as
exactly
shorty.
my
But if
possible.
you
point.
this is somebody that you putting time and effort into,
To
then I
clap
mean
as
I
much as
don't
possible.
see.
Shut up, Jordan.
I mean, God.
Cause that's what y'all be doing. So it's like, why y'all just bringing somebody y'all clap to Thanksgiving anyway?
You
We
right.
talking about
You
real
100% right.
intentional
None of the
relationships.
dudes said we would do it. You know.
But what I'm saying is that 30 days do not matter. You could do the same shit that you're gonna find out in 30 days, is the same shit you can find out in 6 months. It's just a matter of how quick are you trying to find that shit out. If you genuinely have intentions with this person, it's not hard to dig deep and ask those hard ass questions. What's your family dynamic like? What's your relationship like with your mama? What's your relationship like with your siblings? What's the hardest thing you ever went through? What's your relationship like with your ex? How did that end?
Boy,
And what
y'all
what was your
grilling a
part
bit,
in it?
boy.
Like
Oh, it's
those
like
Ooh.
that.
are
They
things
looking
that
for a
people don't want
soulmate.
to ask.
Oh
Name
my
name a
god.
time that a chick that you just started dating asked you what was your part in the end of your last relationship.
I'm saying you.
Never.
Man, every time that I've moved on, the new shorties don't never want to talk about the
You
old
don't give a
relationship.
fuck.
Exactly, but they should. What was the reason y'all your last relationship ended and what was your part in it? If you can't tell me,
But
you think that you did
that's
nothing wrong,
that's
obviously.
not necessarily true because I honestly like not a lot of my relationships, but some of my relationships, like I've been talking to the next person while I was talking to the last person,
But
and
are you
shorties don't
honest
want to
enough to
hear that
say
shit.
that?
Hell yeah.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. People are not intentional enough because that's something I'm asking so I can figure out who you are. Okay, in your last relationship, you wasn't serious and you were not faithful. You cheated, basically, is what you're saying. So,
But
are
it
you going? Do
sounds
you plan
like
on doing
No,
something different in
Jordan,
this
this is what it sounds
relationship?
like to me.
it sounds
Sound
like they
like
looking for a reason to disqualify somebody.
It's not a
Go
no,
reason.
they
ahead,
looking
Cam. Hold
It's
on.
for.
really digging deep because now I'm asking the next question is, well, what are your intentions with this relationship? Do you intend on doing the same thing, or do you feel like you'll do the same
How do you
thing?
know it's going to be a relationship within 30 days?
No, you don't. You ask that shit up front. That's being intentional.
But
Because
what
if
if
you
they
Like
don't,
you,
lie?
if
you,
you
you
first of
like.
all, I'm not even giving you 30 days of my time. If you off rip tell me like shit, in my next relationship, I probably am gonna cheat. Well, get the fuck out my face. What you in
But what
my
if
face
they
for?
gonna lie? You fit most dudes ain't gonna say I'm gonna cheat on you. Most
But
dudes gonna
again,
do it
Well,
in
this
most
is though,
dudes
quiet.
be
Jordan.
caught off.
Jordan,
Most dudes be
Jordan.
caught
Right,
off
When
Jordan.
women
guard
get
and don't
when
even know
women
what
get
to
older,
say.
when women
Most
get
niggas be caught
older,
off guard, don't even know what to say because nobody ever asked them that before ever in life.
What
So
you
they be
say? What you
like,
say, Kevin?
I
shit,
mean,
I
I
don't
can't
know.
talk. She keep talking, so I'm gonna just wait.
Go ahead, let
I'm
Kenyatta
tired
finish.
of clashing
I'm
with Calvin. I'm
interested.
starting to clash with Calvin like I was with Jordan.
No,
Hey,
I'm.
because dudes be lying off top. You feel me? And the thing is, a lot of the time there isn't easy truth dynamics in men and women relationships because the reality is a lot of and you know y'all go yell at me for this. A lot of women don't really want to hear the truth. And I put it to a point by saying like it was this shorty on a show. I forgot what podcast she was on, and the dude was hitting on all cylinders, doing everything that women say that they like. and she was a little creeped out by it because y'all don't really like what y'all say y'all like.
Bingo.
You know what I'm
Not even
saying?
just that, Jordan. Women is when they get older, they gotta ask those questions because
They running out of
the
time.
older they get, they not gonna get married. A lot of people ain't gonna marry no 40-year-old single woman.
Yeah,
Damn, Jordan Jr.
yeah.
No, I'm being dead serious though. It's a lot of people that's 40 and single because they didn't
You played
they
in your
didn't do what they
20s.
needed to do in their 20s and 30s.
You
We
right.
don't keep letting men on this podcast talk about what women want and what they be talking about. But we can't never tell y'all what y'all be lying and talking about. And what
You
I be
like
what I
what?
be wanting
We
women to
be
do a
telling
lot.
y'all dudes be
But this is
lying.
what I be wanting women to do more of. And any woman that's listening to this podcast right now, y'all listening to this episode, instead of being quiet and talking amongst your homegirls about how niggas is ran through and how niggas are undesirable after a certain age, we need to start talking about the shit in public. Because the problem is we don't talk about it in public. So y'all think that it's never talked about or it's not a thing. The same way y'all be talking about how women's times be up and shit like that, it be the same thing for men. We're just way more graceful about it because we're just empathetic ass people. Y'all be trying to be so hard body and so cutthroat about women and when their time is up and all this other extra shit. When it's like y'all time be up real fast. Y'all be wanting to go through y'all 20s, used up, fucked up, sucked up, all that shit, and then get to y'all 40s and want to settle down with somebody that ain't had no experience. Why is that fair? That ain't fair at all. Y'all
Well,
be used up, sucked up, have fucking erectile dysfunction and all types of shit, and then still think y'all the prize.
hey,
And
hold
all we
on,
do
guys.
is
I got
laugh
this one.
behind y'all back
Go ahead,
because we
Jordan. Cause
think it's so funny.
go ahead, Jordan.
All right, so I mean, and I know we off on the tangent again, but I love these conversations because it's real interesting. I think wholeheartedly the dynamics are different, number one. But honestly, the only reason that men operate the way they do is because of women. If you look at like younger women, most younger women want older established dudes. You know what I'm saying? That's
Or money.
that's who women pick.
Or
You
money.
know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily for
It
money
is
all
for
the
money.
time.
I'm telling you from a woman's perspective. It's
Okay,
for
okay. So even
stability.
so, even if it is for money, the reality of it is y'all pick them.
For
Y'all make
stability because young
okay,
men don't
but
have
hear me
stability.
out. People aren't getting married for not having stability. So again,
They are
if
every day.
younger women are picking older dudes to get with, that just means the older women are gonna pick from who? Who are they gonna pick from? If the younger women want the older dudes, who are the older women gonna pick from? The
The
younger
older
dudes?
women are definitely picking younger men. You don't see
Okay,
that all
so
the time?
hold
I
up, hold up.
agree.
So the
Because y'all
younger,
fun.
but let me
And that's it.
just clarify this. So the older women, if they're picking younger men to be partners with, do you honestly think that the younger men are gonna take the older women seriously?
Listen,
No,
it's
it's
a
just
lot of men that take older women serious because older women can actually teach you something and provide certain things. If the man is not stuck in ego.
But
A
this
lot
is
of
my
older
question
women
here.
decide not to get men their age because men their age typically don't have anything to offer at certain ages that they already do not have it. So once
But
you
let
get
me
45-ish and you ain't got shit going for yourself, it's really no hope for you as a man.
but let
But
me
at
let me say
45,
this.
I can marry a man that's stable and have everything in the world going for me. So
As a
it's
younger man, just being transparent with you,
you gonna kill.
it's a red flag for a young man to see an older woman like you went through your whole life and nobody picked you.
or they prefer older women because older women are more mature and some men don't like dumb, stupid ass young
I
women.
think if we
Older
just
women tend to be stuck in their ways, and I think
And some
that's
men like
why
that if it's a positive way.
uh maybe.
Speak
But
for yourself,
how
Jordan.
can
Don't
it
speak for
be?
the majority like you
I
always
said
do.
maybe. I said maybe, but then I said if it is positive, if you really, you know what I'm saying, doing everything that you doing as a woman, nobody picked you.
It's not about being picked. Why you always think that nobody picks the woman?
Well,
It's a lot of
because
the time
men
that we turn.
propose. You know what I'm
It
saying?
don't
That's
matter. A lot of the times we turn down proposals. You know how many times I've been proposed to in my life and I turned all of their ass down? Because 9 times out of 10, it's not the one that the woman wants. Yes, we have to be the one to wait. But again, y'all be popping out with proposals after y'all done did all the fucked up shit that y'all did. No, we're not getting married. Move around. So y'all
I'm,
be with the proposal. Y'all are the
but
ones that end up
what's the fucked
picking,
up shit though?
and we
Like
can end up
what
being the
is
ones that say no.
what's the fucked up shit though that dudes doing? Cheating?
What do you mean? It's a lot of fucked up shit that men do. Like be narcissistic, not be emotionally available, not provide the finances, not be protectors, be cheaters. Like a lot of shit that y'all can do that would make women not want to marry y'all or not make y'all candidates to be good husbands. So we don't allow y'all to be
So why
husbands a lot of
stay?
the
Why keep
time.
giving them a chance?
What?
So why stay?
So I
Why
got
keep giving
something
them
to
a
say.
chance?
Can y'all hear me?
We can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can.
Cause they
Damn.
going hard up in this mug.
Hard in the motherfucking paint, nigga.
I'm like,
What are you
what the
talking
fuck? I'm
about?
like, hello. Anyways, I just want to say that I think from the end of the time, that's been the name of the game. Men always have liked younger women. Younger women has always liked older men. I think it's just the opposite, the law of attraction. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman wants to feel protected and provided for, and that usually can come from somebody older and established. A man wants to feel like their ego is being stroked, that they're having fun, that they're living in their prime, even when they're not. And a younger woman can sometimes do that for them. I don't think that. What's the big deal? What are we arguing about?
I
Because
So
think
we
it
Jordan
is.
feels like older women are undesirable.
I mean, listen.
You just don't desire older women. Just say that.
Do you
I would
do
say
you do
most
you
young
do
dudes
you not
don't
think like
desire.
a Nia Long is desirable or like a
I,
Halle
w- I
Berry
would not
or
wife a Nia Long at her age. I
But you
wouldn't
also
do
will
it.
wife younger women because of who your personality is.
I don't think that's true either.
I feel like it is. Isn't Jada younger than you?
Yeah,
Exactly.
but that's what I'm saying. Like on average, most dudes are looking for
A younger
younger
woman.
a younger woman. That's
Why
the
is
I
reality.
that?
said that's exactly
The,
what I
the,
said. Most men are looking for younger women and most women are looking for older men.
And older women, they look for younger women because they're not experienced, so it's easier for y'all to run with y'all agendas
well,
when they're
younger
younger.
women are typically less damaged than older women.
No, they're
You know what I'm
not. They're
saying?
they're very gullible and retarded, to be quite honest. And that's
Well,
why a lot of
again,
men pick younger women because they're easier to control and manipulate to go along with what their plan is. And that's
well,
nothing bad about that because some men will
Well,
want to
hold
be
up,
led,
cause
and that's
cause
okay.
you we just said that women pick these men because they got stability. So what you're saying is if the man has
It works.
stability and a woman wants to be with him and he also wants to be with that younger woman, he's just doing it to control her, but she's looking for stability, so that's okay.
But that's the
So what we
thing.
saying is
If she's
it's
okay with
okay
that,
for
that's
a shorty
fine.
to look
The
for.
outside looking in, you can still look at it as control. If that nigga say jump, you're gonna say how high, and that's gonna look like control. But you may not feel like it's control. You can feel like that's him leading, and that's okay. It
all
works
right,
for
guys,
y'all. It's not a bad thing.
we got
That's
two
what
more.
that's what I'm saying.
It just
We only
makes
got
sense.
9 minutes, and we got two more questions that we got to go over.
Oh my heavens.
We got two more. So it said, how do you know when you're giving too much in a new dating situation?
You'll
When you
never.
crying about it.
When you crying,
When you crying about it.
what you crying for?
I'm not saying I'm crying like I've ever
No,
cried
not
about a
you. I'm
situation
talking about why would somebody be crying?
because you giving too much.
We be like, I'm
Don't
sad.
act like it ain't people all over social media getting on camera crying. We was just talking about this the other day.
They crying because
Oh
they
my
giving too
god,
much
I'm
in their
sure the
relationship.
listeners have missed this so much.
They
For
cry.
real.
They
You know what I'm
crying
saying? Like
because
they get on the
they
internet, push record just to cry. You know what I'm saying?
wait. They crying about giving too much in new relationships.
They could be.
Man,
Oh my
Jordan just
god.
trolling. He trolling. Anyways,
I'm
so
not. I'm dead ass, bro. Like,
I
I ain't
but
think
never seen nobody get on the internet and do that.
I think you know
bro,
you
so
giving too much in a relationship when you have to start to when you telling yourself like maybe I need to pull back. Like once you start having conversations with yourself, it's obviously
Mhm.
because you know you're not getting some type of reciprocation, and once you start saying like maybe I need to stop doing so much, it's usually because you're not getting some type of
Reciprocation.
reciprocation. But one
but
thing
have you
too,
told that person that's what you want though?
You can have.
That's the crazy part about it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't told the person that you trying to be with your
why do you need to tell
expectations,
somebody that you want to be in a relationship with that you need reciprocity?
because
No,
niggas ain't mind
communication is
readers, bruh.
communication is very important. So you really do have to
I'm not
And
like,
saying
hey,
everybody definition of a
I'm not saying they
relationship is
don't have
different.
to. Well, I would say for me, if I'm dating somebody, goes back to what Yada said about having those conversations early on. If I'm dating somebody, I'm really setting my expectations of what dating looks like for me in those first few days. One of the questions that I always ask somebody is like, "What do you consider dating? What are you looking for?" You usually get your answers within those two kind of questions right there as far as the surface things of what is somebody looking for, what do they want out of this connection, and what do they expect. So that's for me. for number
And
for number two, I'm not saying that when I say reciprocity that they have to give you exactly what you're giving them. Like if you're cooking them meals, they have to cook you meals. I'm saying that if you're giving in any relationship and you're not getting anything back to the point where you have to question why am I giving, then that's an issue.
Hey, let me say this real quick because I don't want to forget it. It's on my mind. I think too the dynamic between younger women and older men. I think younger men are less likely to want to settle down versus an older man type of deal. And that's just my opinion. I could be
I don't
wrong,
think it
I
did.
feel like that's older. That's people in general, not just men.
well,
A
I'm
lot of
bringing
women.
this full circle to Nakiva's point. Like if you go into a relationship and you in your 20s and you laying it on heavy with like, yo, I want a dude to do this, and if you're not gonna do this, then it ain't gonna
That's
work.
not what I
I
said though.
feel
See, you
I
taking
know,
it,
I know,
you
but
making
hold
your
up.
own
Hold
interpretation.
up, but I'm just saying you're setting expectations. You're telling them what you want. You're telling them how you picture the relationship being. I'm not saying that you're wrong for doing that because you're 100% correct for telling somebody, yo, this is what I'm expecting.
Well, the
You're
first thing I said I'm doing is I'm asking them what do they think dating is and what does that look like for them? Because at that point, I have a decision to make. Once they tell me what they're interested in,
You wanna
what
play
their
that?
interests are, and what they want it to look like, then I have the playing field of whether I'm about to leave or staying if this is something I want to do. So there is no laying on heavy because I'm gonna know if we're on the same page from asking you those leading questions.
Yeah, you don't just go into it making your demands. You have to You have to really figure out like who you even dealing with. Like, hey,
Yeah,
so
I'm
what's
not. If,
your
if
like
you
you said,
tell me
what's your
like
idea of a relationship?
you're not looking for nothing serious, you just want to hang out, maybe go have drinks sometimes.
Then it
If
is
that's
no
what I'm on
expectation.
at the time, maybe that's cool. If that's not what I'm on, then I'm gonna let you know. Like, you know what? I'm kind of looking for something a little bit more serious. Maybe we could be friends, but as far as us being romantic, this not gonna work out.
And
But
I've
if
uh,
had
we on
that happen before where it's like a guy was interested in me. I really wasn't catching on that he was interested. We went out and he wanted to, you could tell he wanted to have an additional conversation. So I had to like beat it out of him for him to tell me what his expectation was. And basically he just wanted a sexual relationship. And I was like, I appreciate you for being honest. Like, I'm not gonna beat you over the head, but that's just not the space that I'm in right now. And he was
right,
like, well, I appreciate you for saying that because it would have just been a waste of time if we would have continued.
and it's not to say that women are always in the space of wanting to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Sometimes we are in a space that we want to just be cool. We want somebody to take us out. We want to just hang. We want to just have a person that's our person, you know, for whatever reasons, whether it's just sex, whether it's like some type of intimacy, companionship, just somebody to hang out with. The same thing that go through men man sometimes go through our man. So it's not just like every time we're interested in somebody that we're beating into them that this is what we want, this is how you got to act, or controlling. It's just giving you the option of whether that's the space you in to fuck with that person or not.
All right, guys, we got 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes left. We got one more question.
Oh yeah.
The next question is, how many kids are too many when you're getting in a new relationship?
One.
Let me let
You got a
Kevin answer
kid.
this because
I don't give a fuck. He asked what my preference was.
so Kevin, since you don't have no kids and how many you going into a new relationship? How many you say?
I'm not dating a woman with kids.
Uh,
That's a red flag.
I don't think I got. Oh God, here we go. I don't think I have a number, D, just to put it out there. I will say I don't need.
You
Long
definitely
as you
asked
take care of
Calvin.
your kids and you don't got no baby mama
right.
issues, and it's not like super overwhelming to the point where we can't even have a relationship because you got so many children, then I don't mind. It's really to me how much you take care of your kids and what kind of drama you got. Because right now I'm 5 kids in with the dude that I'm dating, and I don't know. This I
Damn.
feel like I feel
Damn.
like
okay,
I'm not getting enough
Ari,
attention already.
she
That's
I
Ari
feel
crazy.
number
like
two.
one is cool as long as, and honestly, it's debatable to a certain extent. Like most of the time, women don't. Even if you do
No,
have a
because I'm
kid,
cutting
it's
me
not
off.
that we don't want to deal with y'all kids. It's we don't want to deal with the baby mamas. So if you got one kid and you got a terrible ass baby mama, I'm not trying to deal with that. So no, I don't want to deal with you and your one kid. But if you got 3 kids and they all by the same woman and she's absolutely a fucking joy, then I really don't mind that you have 3 kids. You feel me? So it really just depends on the situation, I guess.
If she's a joy, then they would still be together.
No, I mean a joy in the sense that they separated and she's not a bitter ass baby mama.
I mean, why y'all not together if she's so delightful?
Because she's probably not they probably not compatible, Jordan. Don't start
Something
shit like
sounds
that.
suspicious.
Jordan, stop so controlling.
I'm
He's
not
trolling
talking, bro.
so
That's a
bad.
dead ass
No,
question.
it's not a dead ass
Cause
question. You
you
act
know
like
what
you
she
Why?
can't
meant.
be good people and be just because you're a good person don't mean y'all compatible at
I
Right.
all.
mean, so wait a minute. You had 3 kids by this lady,
They could have
and
been married or something, and the marriage didn't last. Like they could have
And
had
they're
kids a
just
while
gonna have
ago.
space. She's a cool BM.
Yeah, but that don't mean
They
that she
so
was a
funny.
pain in the ass where they just fucked up after they left each other.
I
Just
hear
be
I hear
decent to
what you're
co-parent
saying.
with it.
I hear what you're saying,
Don't
but to
troll.
me,
Don't troll.
if
Don't
she's
troll.
such a pleasant person,
Hey, y'all, we already
Because
at our
being
limit.
pleasant
We at
doesn't
our
require
limit.
you to be with
We
a
at our
person.
Calvin,
limit.
shut up. You just want to go to sleep.
No,
Yeah,
I
we
ain't
all,
gonna
hey,
lie.
we all,
We at
we
our
only got
limit.
yeah,
1 minute
we
for real.
We at our limit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got 1 minute. Hey, man,
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to all the 24 fans that we have that made our show #1 on Spotify. Spotify
Yeah.
updates are going up, so we got 24 fans out there that made our podcast #1 show that they listen to. So shout out to
Woohoo!
that.
That
Hey
is so
guys,
dope.
it's been another episode of the Dee Starks Show, and we're out.
We out.
We out.